Hi everybody, I am Susan. You're watching my channel Canines First. I wanted to go over with you today just the basic things that you need when you first bring in a puppy or a dog home. And one thing I don't have a visual for that I want to touch on real quick is food, and there's a reason I don't have a visual for it is because what I want to say to you is when you get your new puppy or your dog, whatever food that they are on at the time, unless it's terribly detrimental to them, try to keep them on it for about a month. That's just really arbitrary, but I think that's a good amount of time to not make another change in their life. If you can tolerate and they can tolerate, just keep them on that food, and then you can dive into what type of food is the best food for my dog, and that'll be a never-ending conversation. Okay, so that is my advice on food when you first bring home that new puppy or dog. Now let's go over what I've got here in front of you. All right, bowls. Speaking of food, this one is a real issue with me for several reasons. One is the environment and the other is convenience. I have had these bowls for probably 15 years and I got them for free from somebody that didn't need these bowls anymore. And these are the only two that I have. I wash them after every meal. This one is Bandit's and this one is Mickey's, and the reason Bandit has this one is because it is narrow and he is a long-eared dog. Stainless steel is sanitary and durable. And if you're not washing your dog's bowls after every meal, I certainly want to encourage you to do so. And when they're small, it's really not that big a deal. Bandit's 25 pounds and he only eats a cup at each meal, and that is at the most. If he was a 50-pound dog, this would still be a big enough bowl. So you don't have to look at what the market offers you and say, well, they make a bowl this big, so I guess that's for the Great Dane, and so on and so on. They're all just too big. They make the consumer feel better, I think. Okay, so that's my dog food bowl rant. And here comes my dog water bowl rant. Same thing, size. This one's cute though. I like the cuteness of it because it stays down all the time. These don't because they're in the sink after they've eaten. This is down all the time. So I have this cute little ceramic bowl that I use for their water. I might need to fill this once a day, and I am watering 45 pounds of dog total. Even if I had to fill it twice a day, that would be fine. Okay, so a few reasons for that. Smaller bowl, less mess. Smaller bowl, long-eared dogs are going to keep their ears out of it a little bit better. And smaller bowl, less disgusting. So there's schmutz in this already. I just picked this up off the floor. Didn't even take time to pour the water out of it. But I want to carry this small bowl to the sink. This small bowl that I can manage to throw out the schmutz and rinse it and fill it up and take it back to its water spot. So small bowl, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And then that brings us to this absorbent towel from Soggy Doggy that I keep under the water bowl to help me keep the wood floors clean. It happens to be the same color as my wood floors, and you can get one without a bone if you like. Mine just happened to have one. I wish I had one without, but this is what I have, and I like to not throw things away, so this is what I keep using. This helps absorb some of that water. I've had that for a million years as well. Cleanup. You just need some old towels. Most everybody has them. I'm probably going to cut up one of these, as a matter of fact, because we had a problem and some of those had to go in the trash. Eco 88. All you have to do is clean up the big mess and then spray this on it, and it will take care of the rest. You might have to repeat. I rarely do. Brush. Your dog may need different or special brushes depending on their breed as they grow older. But if you're getting a puppy to start with, I recommend a soft brush, and it may be totally useless except for this one thing, and that is them getting used to being brushed because it is soft. This is fairly useless for both of my dogs. They both need a slicker brush, but that takes some getting used to because there's a little pulling, there's a little scratching, and there's a little bit of sound there's a lot of sound that comes with it actually. And all of those things factor into the dog's experience. So this offers the least amount of scratching and pulling and sound. So very easy to get them used to this, and then you can move on to other brushes if you've got a need for different types of brushes. And then I have this in case the apocalypse happens and I have to cut the dog's nails myself. I have never used it. It is styptic powder. It's just so inexpensive. I like to keep it on hand just in case. And speaking of nails, here's my clippers that I have never used, and I hope that I never have to. I have no confidence in myself. I'm a complete chicken when it comes to this. However, I keep these around to make sure that my dogs are desensitized to the clippers for when the professional has to step in for me. Okay, what's next? You need 2 leashes maybe. You need 1 good leash. Here's our city leash. You can find this on our website for training and walking. And you might like to keep a really inexpensive light leash on hand to let the dog drag around the home when they're in that puppy and adolescent phase, if you need something to grab a hold of really quick. I don't have one anymore, so that's why I don't have a visual out here for you, but I do have our good leash that we use every day, all day. And this collar from Etsy, this has been my favorite for years now. Here are the things I like about it. I like a flat collar. I like that it buckles. I like that it's reflective. And then my favorite part is I like what it's made of. I think it's neoprene. Regardless, it's not a cloth or nylon that can absorb moisture. You can just wipe it clean when they roll in the mud. Poop bags for your walks. 1 ball, appropriate size. This is appropriate size for my dogs. Rubber ball is the best to start with. If you can get them on rubber balls as opposed to tennis balls, these would be the safer. I've got a Benebone, which is our non-natural product. That's fine. And I've got an Antler, natural product. Just gives them something different to choose from. So, oh, I forgot. Bandit ran off with it. Just a cheap old toy that I keep throwing in the wash. All the stuffing's out of it. The squeakers are out of it. Gives you something to tug, something to chew on, something to fetch. I am not one of those that says your dog shouldn't have too many toys, but this is a great start and get to know them and what they like to do. And you can add toys as the months and years go on, but those would be good starter toys. Is that everything? I think that's everything here. Okay, so those are a few things you need to get before your puppy comes home. You don't have to break the bank and getting all the things that they like to market to you. I know it's fun and I even like to look at them, but I don't want you to become overwhelmed with the financial aspect of it. Most everything you see here, oh, I forgot to talk about the crate. You can get from Facebook Marketplace, you can get from next door. People are always looking to get rid of their old dog stuff. Crate, this was, can't believe it became part of the furniture. You need a crate, and I've said it again, well, I've said it before and I'll say it again. You need to, if you're housebreaking, you need one to put them in when you're cleaning up mess that's in this one. I know it's a pain, and I know it's not good for the environment, but it'll keep you sane, and you can always donate one or both of them if you want to later. As a mat, let's see if I can get it. I can't get it. Can you see it? Yeah. The light blue thing, that is an old bath mat. I have no need for anymore. I use that for Mickey's mat. Mickey sleeps in here. I did use it to housebreak him when we didn't know whether or not he was housebroken when we first got him. He is, but he's a stage 5 clinger, so he still sleeps in here overnight because Mama needs her space. And it's just an old blanket of mine that I retired and gave to him. And I have another one, I think, somewhere in the closet in case that one gets soiled. But yeah, that's the gist of it. What you're seeing in front of you, aside from some food and some toys, is what I use every day, all the time. Oh, treat bag. Need a treat bag. Yeah, treat bag for your positive reinforcement training. Treats, that's a good topic. Knock yourself out. Have fun with that. You want a treat that the dog likes. You need a treat that the dog will be motivated to work for. I like a soft treat. I don't like a crumbly treat. That is distracting and makes training go a lot slower than if I had a soft treat. If they will work for their dog food and not crumble it all over the floor, that works just fine. Okay? Okay, I think that's it. Oh, I wasn't talking to y'all. I gave them their release word. Hello, they're ready for their walk. I've written an article going into some of these types of things that brings greater detail into this topic that you can find on my website. And within the article, I link some things that I like in case you do need to buy some of these things and you don't already have them on hand. Okay, so take a look at that if you want some more information about products that I like. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you will hit the like button and hopefully the subscribe button. And I want to remind you to make your dogs as happy as you can every day.